Okay, so let's begin. You can place your drawing somewhere near you and then find a tall spine. And let a little bit of that uh, energy, right, from doing this different, something very different. Let that settle down as you sit. And I'll go ahead and mute everyone and we'll begin our practice. Okay, 3 deep breaths in through the nose. And as you exhale, feel your legs kind of settle down. Inhale for 2. Exhale. And 1. Good. Gently open your eyes, take a look at the screen. And so the reason we are coloring things in is we're going to examine edges today. So if you look at the space where the bottom half of your colored, right, kind of hits this horizon line, that's the place, right, that we're gonna kind of linger today. So many different definitions of edges. Okay, and all are valid. So wherever the mind may bounce between all these different concepts and perhaps what's more relevant in your life pertaining to edges, right, let that come forward. And if it helps, if you're a very visually inclined person, maybe having this drawing nearby, right, or pinning it in your mind can be a good reminder. And I want to show a couple of photographs. There's a Japanese photographer, Hiroshi Sugimoto. And I, excuse me, visited this exhibit in Washington, D.C. when I used to live there. And it was one of those exhibits that really had a profound impact. And he took all these seascapes and lined them up in a huge room. And the horizon lines were what connected all the different photographs. And yet they were very different. And I'll show you the next slide what I mean. Long exposures, capturing these different soft, sharp, varied degrees of edges in the horizon line. And some of them becoming very soft, foggy, and quite mysterious. And many of them capture kind of elements of both. And I'm going to connect this today, or attempt to connect this today, to this sutra by Patanjali, Yoga Sutra 216. The pains which are yet to come can be and are to be avoided. Cool, right? Yoga can help us do this. Right, so let's honor these texts in which all these poses came from. I don't know about you, but I would like to learn how yoga can help me avoid future pain. And so Iyengar's translation of this is that pain that we are in the process of experiencing cannot be avoided, but can be reduced to some extent by yogic practice and discriminative knowledge. Unknown future pains can be prevented by adhering now to yogic discipline. Good. And so place your hands over your gut. All right, so below, like right over the third chakra, Manipura, in the gut. And so where your hands are in contact now, this is where our bodies process, digest, and also discriminate, discernment, right? If it were associated with a part of the body, it would be here. So take a deep breath into the space, right? So we're thinking about edges. We're thinking about how this yogic discipline can help us avoid future suffering, lessen current suffering. And this is the physical part of the body, right, where we can practice, we can harness, we can learn. So let's chant the sound of 3 ohms and then we'll begin to move. Inhale. Hands to your heart, lift your chest up, bow your chin in. Reach your arms up high as you inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, curl the heart up. And exhale. Hands to heart. One more time. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, curl the heart up. And exhale here. Hands to the heart. Good. We'll take some twists. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Again, inhale, reach up, maybe look up. And twist. Inhale, center, reach up. And twist left. This time, come up through center. Place your right hand down and just side bend. Right? The twisting not only comes from the front, right? It also very much involves the sides of the body. So open up here. Right? Take that left hip and that left knee and let it get heavy down towards the earth so you accentuate that opening in your left side of the body. One more breath. Yeah. And then switch sides. Left hand down. And allow this to feel really, really, really good in the body. And welcome yourself to your practice. It's so wonderful to be here. Yeah. All right, come back through center. Take a forward fold. Bring your fingertips, palms down, bow forward. And if you can, take the hands, press into the ground and let the hips go a little further back towards the heels. And here we do this first exercise of noticing the edges of the body. Right? The sensation are great indicators for the edges we're feeling. Walk your hands back in. Good. Tabletop position. Unwind the lengths. Move your spine, cat and cow. Right, and now perhaps we examine the edges of the breathing, right, and not a complicated movement. right? Just sweet little undulations in the spine. And a fantastic opportunity. I enjoy closing my eyes to see and examine, right? Oh, the edges of the breath traveling through my lungs and the sides of the body, perhaps in the like lower abdominal, maybe towards the pelvis. Like, how is the breath moving today? Good. Tuck your toes, neutralize the spine, hover the knees a couple inches above the earth. Good. Right? Feel that whole stomach, whole abdominal, whole region here. Wake up. Chin to chest. Find the space between your legs, maybe, and look through. Right? Okay, we acknowledge the past, we acknowledge the history of yoga. We acknowledge that practitioners of yoga have suffered. So we honor by learning its roots. Downward facing dog. Adjust, right? Pedal out the legs. I know I used a lot of words so far, so let this pose, let some of that go, and move into the sensations, the language of your body. Slide into plank pose. Good. Feel plank for a moment. Right, feel your whole body awake. Downward facing dog. Again, plank pose. And down dog. 2 more. Wake up the shoulders, acknowledge your hips. Very nice. 1 more. Feel your palms. Downward facing dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet, fold. Soft bend, please, in the knees, so there's a little buoyancy there. Look down, place your hands down, and very gently bring your right hand to your right hip, and then gentle turn to the right. So just a little standing, folding, twisty thing. Good. And just evaluate, no need to overcorrect, right? Just evaluate where you think your hips are in space. Maybe you bend into that left knee to help you turn towards the right. And release both hands down and switch. Left hand, left hip, turn. Right? Just sense what your legs are doing, knees. Yeah. Bend one knee, see which one you like bent more. And the point here is we're kind of turning, twisting in a very safe place. Okay, both hands down. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, fold, gaze behind you. 2 more like that. Inhale, hands to shins. Lift up a little higher today. Yeah. And fold. 1 more. Inhale, halfway lift, maybe pushing into the shins. And then fold. Inhale to rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Hands to prayer, Samastitihi. Good. Lift your heels, balance on the balls of your feet. And we do this every time, right? Maybe you've noticed it's just as hard, or perhaps you've noticed, ooh, there are days where this goes well for me, right? And that's the edge, right? Here we go, balancing poses, excellent opportunities to examine, right, where are the edges? 1 more moment. Lower the heels down. Examine the edge of your breath, of your awareness. During times of challenge, it actually might become easier to spot the edge, like a crisp horizon line from the ocean to the sky. And when things are very easy, there's not a lot of contrast. It becomes blurry and soft. Inhale, reach the arms up. Big exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand up. Look up. Forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Yes, and fold. Stand up, reach up. Let this feel good. Hands to heart. Samastitihi. Lift your heels. Balance. Look forward. As if you were looking right at a very crisp horizon line. So it's very easy to focus. I know exactly where the sky is. I know exactly where the ocean or the land begins. And in here, focus on the edge of your balance. Good. Lower the heels down. Adjust your feet for Utkatasana. And then sit back. Power up your legs, right? The fierce devotion you have to your practice. Bring your hands to the heart or wrap the body, right? Good. You know who you are. And twist to the right. Right? This Samana vayu, right? That's what we're working with here. This twisting in the gut. Samana vayu, like a spiral. Good. Working on our ability to practice discernment. Good. Utkatasana, face forward. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana. Fierce, fierce, fierce. Hands to the heart. Twist to your left. Right. Our digestive system does such a good job for us, automatically, for the most part. Right? Separating what's good for us, nutrition, and what's waste. Utkatasana, face forward. As you exhale, fold and let that go. Right? In that same region of the abdomen that digests also helps us digest our spiritual, right, our everyday experiences. But unlike our digestive system, this organ of discernment needs to be practiced. Needs to be exercised like a muscle. Utkatasana. Reach the arms up. Good. This time, hands to the heart. Lift your heels. You can do this energetically or you can do it physically. Good. Light up the inner inseam of your legs. One more breath. Heels down. Samastitihi. Just stand up, hands, Anjali. How do we work out this muscle of discernment? And how does this strengthened organ of discernment help us reduce future suffering? Well, we're doing it right now, right? We're honoring this practice, and we're going to do some twisting, okay? So take a walk to the front of the mat. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step your right leg back, lower the right knee down. Inhale to low lunge. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, curl the heart up. And exhale. Hands to the heart, spine is upright. Twist to your left. Good. The elbow can hook or you can stay upright. Yes, Carrie, you can stay up or you can go lower. It's totally up to you. And for my friends who, like, this is very stable and you need a little more to get to the edge, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Inhale to high romi. Exhale. 1. Good. Lower that right knee down. Low lunge. Come back for a moment. Extend through both sides of the ribs. Hands down, Ardha Hanumanasana. Oh, Romy, I'm so happy to see you. Good. Flex those left toes, stretch out the back of the left thigh, perch up high onto the fingertips, and do a little bit of like a flat back. Yeah. Okay. Take your right hand to the outside of the left foot, left leg. Yeah, good. And just like kind of twist here. There's a little leverage holding the foot, or you can simply feel into the twist. Soften the shoulders. One more breath. Replace the hands, downward facing dog. Hi Josh, good morning. Plank pose, come forward. Lisa, hi, thanks for that. Good. Lower all the way down as you exhale. Touch down. Inhale, cobra pose, bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Lower your knees, chest and chin. 8 parts of the body touch down. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lovely. Reach your right leg up high. Good. Bend the knee. Kind of open that top hip away from the bottom hip. Feel your hands though. Good. All right. And then high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, elbows bend. Inhale, heart goes upward. Exhale, heart cracks open a little bit. Hands to the heart. Good. Look down. Warrior 3. Shift forward. And balance here. Contemplate the edge of balance. Right? The teetering of experiences. And ponder the challenges of making difficult decisions here. One more moment. And then stand up, sama stitihi, saluting the mountain here. Okay, good. Body is in mountain pose, hands are in prayer. All right, second side. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And fold. Left leg back. Low lunge. Exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, reach the heart up. Shoulder blades kind of squeeze together. And then exhale, feel something open in the front of the chest. Hands to heart. Spine is upright. Twist to the right. Yeah, twist to the right. Your right hand gently pressing down into the left, and you're turning to the right from the lower left place in the waist. Good. And if you'd like to, tuck the back toes. And just 2 more breaths here. Good. One more. Excellent. Lower the left knee down, hands down. Come back to low lunge. Both arms up, right? Kind of feel the neutralization of a twist. Good. Hands down, Ardha Hanumanasana. Open that right leg. Perch up high onto the fingertips. So it's less about folding forward, more about reaching the heart towards your right toes. Draw that right pinky toe back to accentuate that stretch. And then take your left hand to the right foot. Right, and balance here. One more moment. Good. Both hands down, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, heart opener of your choice. And then downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Ashtanga namaskar, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale to bhujangasana. Downward dog. Flow the body back. Good. Yeah. Take 2 breaths here. Right? And contemplate the edges of your breath now in comparison to the edges of your breath in cat cow. And then the edges of your memory. Steady 2 hands down as you lift your left leg up. Bend that knee, open that hip on top of the right hip. Now step forward, high lunge. Bend your elbows, exhale. Inhale, reach the heart up, squeeze shoulders together in the back of the body. Exhale, feel your collarbones separate. Hands to heart, look down, warrior 3. Vira 3. Right, there's an edge that distinguishes the left side and the right side of the body. Some might even say your spine. Okay, so contemplate left side, right side doing very different things in this moment. One more breath. Samastitihi. Stand up, hands to heart. Okay, inhale, stretch the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, stretch heart forward, and fold. Step your right leg back, warrior 2, Vira 2, Virabhadrasana, B. All right, level out your hips to the best of your ability, level out your shoulders. Good. Reverse, slide right hand down, open up left side body. Yeah, and then look back at your right foot. Notice the outer edge of your right foot, and then command that edge to go closer and deeper into your mat. Edge of the foot, edge of the mat, and then the edge of the experience of this pose. Good. Reverse triangle. Now examine the edge of this pose, right? Easing up on that front hip, right? But more capacity to lean into the edge of the reverse. Oof, good. Utthita Trikonasana. Take it slow. Extended triangle pose. Utthita Trikonasana. And get expansive here. You know that feeling when you arrive at the ocean and then you just gaze at the horizon line? Channel that sensation into this pose right now. Right, the sense of wonder and awe. Good. One more breath. Look down. Stand up with straight legs and straight arms. Vira 2. Touch your palms over your head. So prayer over the head. And that's it. Sink into the legs with courage. And I love this variation because the legs are in this familiar pose. And then the arms and the head create a little flame. Yeah, so the fingertips are pointing straight up. And it almost like you're stretching the fingertips up, sit deeper into the legs. Just energetically or maybe physically. You are connected. Good. Future suffering can be avoided by harnessing yourself to this practice. Vira 2, open the arms. Partha Konasana, side angle pose. Good. 5 breaths here, any arm variation. Yeah. And maybe you've always taken a deeper variation, but today you just say, no, I'm going to stay right here. And see how that changes. Good. Inhale 2. Exhale. One more breath. Good. Look down, both hands down. Three-legged down dog, left leg up and back. Bend the knee. Draw little circles with your left knee as if to rinse out that left hip. Yeah, switch directions if you're spinning. Hi, Tenny. Good. Same leg, steps forward, high lunge. Hands to the heart. Good. Twist. Samana vayu at work here. When I read that sutra this morning, I put my hand up and I said, I would like to avoid future suffering. And I was so pumped that the answer was in the next sentence, right? It can be avoided and should be avoided through discriminatory knowledge. What is good for me, what is not so good for me. Good, one more breath. Pyramid pose. Release the hands down. Step the back foot in a little and bring your left knee towards straight. Good. Good. If you have blocks, this could be a good time. Or you can just bring the hands to the heart. And when you give yourself a little patience, right, good, then you might feel the body begin to melt and then the hands go to a different place. Examine the edges of your body. Examine the edges of your breathing. Nothing more to do, observe. All right. Halfway lift. Give yourself an inhale and fold. Good. One more time. Inhale, stretch the crown of the head forward and fold. Downward dog. Plank pose. Chaturanga as you exhale. Urdhva Mukha as you inhale. Yes, Nick, get it. Downward dog. Good. Inhale, plank. Honoring 8 limbs of yoga, lower your knees, your chest, and your chin. Slide into Bhujangasana, staying close to the earth and connected. Downward dog, our good friend. Look between the hands. Yeah. Step or hop to the top. And fold. Halfway lift. And fold. Rise up to stand, reach the arms up high. And then bring your hands to prayer. Anjali, prayer. When your hands are in prayer, your fingertips are pointed up. The intention is upward. And just to reconnect for a moment, take your hands to your stomach, your mid-torso region. Let go of any narrative that lives here. Right? Instead, replace it with, this is a very important part of my body that helps me digest emotions, to help me discern and discriminate between a healthy experience, right, and a not so healthy one. This is the place that helps me make very tough decisions. Yeah. All right. Let's do the other side. Inhale, reach up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, left leg back, Vira 2. There's so many edges here. Right? Sensation edges of the hips, of the feet. And so level them out best you can. And then reverse. Yeah, find your way. And when you reverse here, right, when you open right side, look down at the left outer edge of the foot. Right, that very clear line where the foot ends and the mat begins, and then press your foot down into that edge, into that line. Good. And when you do that, see what happens into the right knee. Right, does that stabilize you and give you more space? Reverse triangle. Yeah, now keep that whole right side rather open, right, and long, and then flow your way into triangle pose. Mhm. When I step near the ocean, right, there's usually a breeze, right, the smells change, the air feels different, the saltiness. Yeah, and then I feel expansive, right, the edge in me expands. So one more breath here. Let yourself and the lungs and the inside be expansive as the ocean of your mind. Look down. Stand up. Vira 2. Rebend. Touch the palms over the head. Good. That's it. So your hands are in Anjali over the head. Your body is in Vira 2. And then do your best to have that right knee pointing in the same direction as your right toes. All right. Breathe here. Whatever your intention, right, is, like lift that up. And perhaps for today, a good intention is like, I want to stay close to this practice to prevent future suffering. Vira 2. Parsva Konasana, side angle. 5 breaths in and out. Any variation. 2, 3, 4. Last breath. Look down, release the hands down. Prepare for 3-legged down dog. Your right leg goes up and back. Stretch, bend the knee, draw some circles with this right knee. Release intensity in that outer and inner right hip. Right? And as you do this, it's like you're releasing some of the emotions that we hold. Oh, let it go. Right? People say, let it go. How am I letting it go? You're letting it go right now. Good. High lunge, right leg forward. Excellent. Hands to your heart. Good. Twist to the right. Right. Feel the edges of your breath. Right. Feel the connectivity from your gut to this idea of suffering and this organ of discernment that we are exercising right now together. One more breath, please. Good. Look down, hands down. Step the left foot in, pyramid pose. Fold. Bring the right leg towards straight and fold. If you have blocks, place one underneath either hand. Right, and then align here energetically your head, your mouth, right? Thoughts and speech, your heart, your lungs, the organs, right? Just kind of fold them all in a line. The edge that connects the left and the right side, folding over. Feel the breath and slow down a little bit. 2 times. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One more, halfway lift. And fold. Downward dog. Plank pose. Chaturanga. Inhale. Open the heart up. Open, open, open. Downward dog. Inhale, plank pose. 8-part bow. Knees, chest, chin. Hold here. Hold here. Just for a second, right? Contemplate 8 limbs of yoga, 8 parts of the body. What 8 parts of my body are on the ground? Why are they on the ground? We honor the history of yoga. Slide forward, cobra. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg up, inhale. Vira 1. Vira 1. Take a look at Chris. If you're unfamiliar or this is new. Right? So the hips are square to the front edge of the mat. So they're high lunge-ish hips, but your heel is down. Okay, good. Maybe the palms touch. Maybe the gaze goes up. Maybe the hands come to prayer. Do something earnest with your hands. Good. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 1. Good. Hands to heart. Unbend your right knee. Good. Level out your hips. Maybe the stance needs to come closer. Revolve triangles where we're going. And we'll do it the way my teacher does this. Good. So right hand, right hip, left arm straight up. Good. Strong legs. Fold halfway down. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, halfway. Reach forward. Inhale, reach up, stand up. Exhale, halfway. This time, left hand touches down to the block. Revolve the torso to the right and twist. This is deep. But if you feel stable, right, you know who you are. Take this deeper. Take this to that edge where you're perfectly balanced between effort and ease. Sthira Sukha Asana. Every pose here, we seek to be perfectly balanced between effort and ease. Inhale 2. Good, good, good. Make yourself a little expansive for the last breath. All right. Look down, right hand down. Good. Downward facing dog. Plank pose. Optional vinyasa. Good. Stay in down dog or optional 8-part bow. Ashta, 8-part bow. Complete this vinyasa. We meet in downward dog. Right leg up. Oh, sorry. Right leg down. Left leg up. Vira 1. Vira 1. So shorter stance for many of us helps this become more accessible. Right? Good. Command that outer right edge of your foot to press down. And notice how that allows for a little bit of the back bend to come. Maybe palms touch. Maybe they come to the heart. And breathe here. Right? Breathe into all the edges that you're feeling. Yoga requires a little discipline. And it's that discipline, right, that helps us discern. Okay, hands to heart. Unbend left knee. Right, adjust your feet, maybe closer to one another. Yeah, Sarah. Good. Left hand, left hip, right arm up. Halfway fold. Reach the right fingertips forward. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, fold forward. Reach forward. Inhale, reach up. This time halfway and then touch down. Make your way, little by little, muscle by muscle, into revolved Parvrita. Parvrita. And So notice what is required and what is enabling. What is the power source of this deep twist? Right, and focus on there and let that power the turn for 2 and 1. Look down, left hand down, downward dog. Plank pose, come forward. Hold plank or cycle through vinyasa. Good, and downward dog, take a child's pose or come forward, 8-part bow. And we all meet in Balasana, child's pose. Notice the edges of your breathing. Right, notice that transition point of the inhales and the exhales. Notice the edge of your awareness. Past pain is finished. Pain that we are in the process of experiencing cannot be avoided, but can be reduced to some extent by yogic practice and discriminative knowledge. Unknown future pains can be prevented by adhering now to yogic discipline. Tabletop. Adjust your knees underneath the hips. Good. Lift your right arm up. Thread it underneath the left arm. Come to rest down on that right shoulder. Place your right ear, the right temple on your mat. Allow this twist, right, to negotiate its special path through your body. Option to take the left arm behind the back. And maybe you've closed this loop by finding a part of the body to rest that hand. One more breath. Good. Come back, tabletop position. One very cool round of cat and cow. Good. Other side. Take the left arm up and thread it underneath. And let the body settle into this twist. Right? And there's a little bit of a inversion sensation here, right? Where the heart is above the head. And we're shifting that pranic flow right from the head down and out. I'm going to read a little more. Strong health and a stable mind will enable us to face the wonder of wonders, the spiritual bliss, if and when, thanks to our good actions in former lives, the spiritual gate is set open. Let this twist open. Okay, come back, tabletop. Cat and cow, release. Vajrasana, sit on your heels. Lift your arms up. Touch the palms, hands to prayer. Good. Untuck your toes at any time, right? Or stay here just a moment longer. Headstand practice. Of course, can you demo rabbit pose? So hold the heels, lift the hips. Right? For my friends that are rather new, right? Just learning, come here. Practice getting comfortable with the sensation of having weight bearing on a little bit of the head. Okay? And if you'd like to move into a different shape, Shirshasana or tripod, come on in. Let the edge of the feet dissolve into the edge of the ankles and the calves. Let that melt into the thighs and the hips. Through this powerhouse of your Manipura chakra, let it drain out through your shoulders, your neck, and your head. We meet in child's pose. Stay up longer if you'd like, or come on down. Honoring all the edges of your practice. Okay. Sit up on your heels once more, toes untucked. Knees are side by side. Rise up onto the shins. Good. Hands to the heart. Lift them up towards the sky. Good. And we'll take Ustrasana, camel pose like this with the hands pointing up. Maybe the palms touch. Maybe you interlace the fingers. Press the hips forward. And then gently take this into the back bend. Keep the pelvis and the thigh bones pressing forward. Good. 2, 1. Hands to heart, sit down on the heels, rest. Feel that electricity traveling up and down the spine. Feel that circuitous nature of the breath. Second round, rise up onto the shin. This time maybe tuck the toes. Maybe hands to the low back, fingertips pointing up or down. Good. With the hands, gently encourage the pelvis to go forward as if there's a wall in front of you and you want the pelvis and the thighs to touch the wall. Good. And then begin Ustrasana. Right. Don't need to go very deep to feel the edges of this particular pose. In this second Ustrasana, please be aware of your throat. Be aware of this place of expression, right? And let the words be clear and honest. All right. If the hands are down, bring them back to the back. Untuck the toes, sit back on the heels, rest. Hands to the thighs. Stay here or final Ustrasana. Yeah. Good. Breathe in 3. Exhale. Breathe in 2. Keep pressing pelvis, thighs forward. Last breath here. 1. Good. Hands to the back. Untuck toes. Sit down. Hands to thighs. Rest. This wind and breeze we're feeling inside the body. All these different winds, vayus. Strengthening, working together. Tabletop position. 1 round of cat-cow and then downward facing dog. Reach your left leg up. Low lunge. Very sweetly placing the body. Good. Hands to the floor. Ardha Hanumanasana. Good. And we're at home. Yay. So, any variation of this pose. Maybe you just floss a little bit by bending that front knee, right? I like this one a lot. Sometimes I just floss between bending the front knee and then flexing, right? And then after like 30 seconds, perhaps I walk the right knee back. So find your way. It can be a static hold, right? It can be a dynamic flow. Right? Find what is sparking and igniting some awareness. The pains which are yet to come can be and are to be avoided. Inhale 2 and 1. Maybe you open the mouth and let a little bit of that. Good. Rebend left knee, tabletop position. Cat and cow. Right, let that be a vinyasa of sorts. Downward dog. Use your breath, irrigate the back of that leg. All right. Right leg up. Low lunge. And when we reach up, we lengthen through the sides of the body. Good. So keep that long torso. Then hands down. Ardha Hanuma. Good. So access, right? Investigate the edges of this very deep pose. Right? And we're here for a minute together. Yeah, I see many of you are starting with dynamic and then slowly settling in. It's a very safe way of practicing this pose. I want to express the gratitude I have for each one of you showing up here. This practice is for the liberation of all beings. If we can just untie one little knot in our practice, right, we free ourselves from that much more suffering. And as we know, when we suffer less, right, it's that much easier to help somebody else suffer less. So this practice that we're doing, friends, it's so much more. Almost there. Let this pose be a pose of service. Inhale 2. Long exhale. And one more breath. tabletop, cat and cow, downward dog, plank pose, slow motion, lower down. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, lower down. Feel the whole front of the body. Whew. Inhale, cobra. This time lift the hands maybe. Good. And lower down. Last one. Inhale, cobra. Maybe hands float. And lower down. Full prostration. Extend your arms forward above your head. Turn the palms up. Yeah. The whole body is down, right? The backs of the hands are down. You feel your arms down. Head is down. And here, right, we feel into all the edges of this practice, the profound effects in your physical body. And somewhere you understand that all that I'm reading from this book, and you already know. It's this practice that's kind of churning it back up into your awareness. And you say, yes, unknown future pains can be prevented by adhering to this practice right now. And you feel that in a deep and profound and unmistakable way. You understand that this practice alleviates your suffering. Touch the palms together, Anjali, fingertips pointing up. So you lift this prayer, you lift your intention, you lift this understanding, and your desire for the liberation of all beings straight up. Thank you for being here. Good. Come onto your back. Hug your knees into the chest. Apanasana. Good, good, good. Yeah. Do what feels good in the body. Good, good, good. Side. Spinal twist. Legs to the left. You can cross them, leave them side by side. Support with a block or a blanket. And twist. Let this feel really good. Hayam dukam anagatam. Hayam dukam anagatam. Switch sides. Hayam, to be avoided, to be prevented. Dukam, sorrow, agony. Anagatam, not yet, future. Hayam dukam anagatam. Happy baby. Right, and an opportunity here for you to Express any other asana poses. And then Shavasana. It's 2 minutes today. And please visualize yourself in total peace, standing at the horizon in all its expansive beauty. Feel into every single edge of your awareness and deepen your breath. One Om to seal in our practice today. Take it lying down if you like. Inhale. Thank you for being here, for your practice, for our collective understanding that future pain can be avoided by staying close to this practice. Thank you, thank you, thank you.